In this video, we're diving into Main Street Millionaire by Codie Sanchez, How to Build Wealth Buying Boring Businesses. If you've ever dreamed of financial freedom but felt overwhelmed by risky startups or flashy investments, this summary is for you. As the thumbnail says, by boring businesses build massive wealth, Codie Sanchez reveals how ordinary businesses can create extraordinary wealth. This breakdown is brought to you by Detailed Book Summaries, where we turn best-selling books into easy-to-understand, actionable content you can use to level up your life. If you enjoy the summary, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into game-changing books. Chapter 1. The Wealth Lie and the Main Street Truth. We've all been sold a dream, one that tells us if we want to be rich, we need to found the next big startup, climb the corporate ladder, or gamble on the stock market. But what if that dream is the very thing keeping most people broke and burnt out? Codie Sanchez opens Main Street Millionaire by exposing this lie for what it really is, a well-marketed myth. The so-called glamorous paths to wealth are often unstable, overhyped, and deeply flawed. The reality? True, sustainable wealth is quietly being built in strip malls and local neighborhoods across the country, not in Silicon Valley. This chapter pulls you into the real world of wealth, the one no one talks about because it's not flashy or click-worthy. We're talking about laundromats, landscaping companies, HVAC services, and pest control businesses. Boring? Maybe to some. But to those who understand the power of consistent cash flow and recession-resistant industries, these businesses are gold mines. These are businesses that people will always need, regardless of trends or market crashes. And the best part? They already exist. You don't need to start from scratch. You can buy them. Sanchez introduces a concept of acquisition entrepreneurship, the strategy of buying small, cash-flowing businesses from baby boomers who are ready to retire. This isn't some theoretical strategy either. She points to real people doing this right now. People like Rana, who left his job in medical device sales to acquire a service business that now pays him more than his old salary ever could. Or Katie, who turned a simple dog grooming operation into a multi-six-figure business that gives her time, freedom, and wealth. The core message of this chapter is simple but powerful. You don't have to invent the next Uber to get rich. You can buy a business that already works. There are hundreds of thousands of small businesses for sale right now, many of them healthy, profitable, and neglected simply because they're not sexy. But they generate consistent income. They're rooted in local communities, and they often come with loyal customers and trained staff. Codie's advice isn't pie-in-the-sky dreaming. It's practical, it's tangible, and it's backed by results. If you've ever felt like building wealth was out of reach, like you didn't have the connections or the million-dollar idea, this chapter is your wake-up call. It tells you to stop chasing unicorns and start buying donkeys that bring in cash. Welcome to Main Street, the place where real people build real wealth doing real work. The kind of wealth that doesn't depend on market timing, viral apps, or pitching investors. Just smart strategy, grit, and a willingness to see opportunity where others see ordinary. Chapter 2. Why Boring is Better. There's a reason most people overlook the businesses that make the most money. They're just not exciting enough. Codie Sanchez flips the script in this chapter by asking a question most investors never consider. What of the most boring businesses are actually the smartest ones to own? She dives into the psychology of entrepreneurs and investors who chase shiny objects, the latest tech trend, the flashy restaurant idea, the risky crypto bet. Because those stories sound impressive. But impressive doesn't always pay the bills. In fact, it usually burns through capital and ends in stress. Codie's counterintuitive message is clear. Boring is profitable, predictable, and powerful. She walks you through the characteristics that make a boring business incredibly valuable. Recurring revenue, simple operations, low customer churn, minimal need for innovation, high cash flow. Think trash hauling, vending machines, dental practices, septic cleaning. These aren't the kinds of businesses that make the cover of Forbes, but they're the ones quietly printing money in the background. Codie doesn't just throw theory at you. She brings receipts. She shares stories of people who bought these so-called boring businesses and are now living life on their own terms. A guy who bought a portable toilet business and now pulls in over $1 million in revenue. A woman who bought a mobile car wash service and scaled it with systems. These owners aren't reinventing the wheel. They're just running a tight, cash flowing operation that solves an ongoing need. And here's the kicker: boring businesses are undervalued. Why? Because most buyers ignore them. They're too focused on ego or flash. That leaves the door wide open for people like you. People who are willing to be practical, calculated, and a little unconventional. The moment you stop caring about how cool your business sounds and start focusing on how much it deposits into your bank account each month, you start playing a different game entirely. Codie emphasizes that buying boring doesn't mean settling. It means getting serious about wealth. It means choosing stability over sizzle, margins over media coverage, and freedom over fame. It means owning a business that lets you sleep at night, instead of one that gives you ulcers by morning. This chapter invites you to rethink what success really looks like. It's not about building the next unicorn. It's about building a machine that pays you whether you're working or not. That's the power of boring. And if you lean into it, you'll find that boring just might be the smartest, sexiest move you ever make. Chapter 3: The Hidden Market, where the real deals live. You're not going to find the best business deals on the front page of BizBuySell. Codie Sanchez makes that brutally clear in this chapter. If you're serious about buying a cash-flowing business, you need to step off the beaten path and get into the hidden market, the world of deals that aren't being advertised, where business owners are quietly, sometimes desperately, looking for someone to take the reins. Codie introduces the idea that most of the best opportunities never make it online. Why? Because many of these owners, often baby boomers or burnout operators, aren't tech savvy, aren't interested in publicizing their sale, or don't want their staff and competitors knowing they're planning to exit. These owners care more about trust than top dollar. They want to hand off their legacy to someone who will care. Someone like you. So how do you find these deals? Codie lays it out. Talk to your barber, your dentist, your local mechanic. Let people know you're in the market to buy. Join Facebook groups for small business owners. Hit up local Chamber of Commerce events. Walk into businesses and ask the question most people are too scared to. Have you ever thought about selling? This chapter is about breaking out of the passive investor mindset. Codie challenges you to become an active deal hunter. Think like a detective. Be curious. Be bold. Follow leads that seem too small or too weird. Many of the best acquisitions start as a random conversation that snowballs into a deal. She also teaches you how to read between the lines. Help wanted sign that never comes down? That could mean the owner is overwhelmed. A local business with outdated signage and no website? That might be a cash machine just waiting for someone to modernize it. Codie urges you to stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like a buyer. Most importantly, she reminds you that every business is owned by a human, and humans are emotional. That's your edge. If you can build rapport, listen deeply, and communicate your intention to honor the business's legacy, you'll unlock opportunities that others never even see. You don't need to be a private equity shark. You just need to be real, resourceful, and relentless. Codie wraps the chapter by flipping the common script again. You don't need millions to start. You need a phone, some courage, and the willingness to have one awkward conversation after another until a door cracks open. The hidden market rewards those who are proactive, persistent, and patient. And once you land your first off-market deal, you'll never look at business ownership the same way again. Chapter 4: Know Thy Numbers. Why Cash Flow is King. You don't need to be a Wall Street analyst to buy a small business, but if you don't understand the numbers, you're playing with fire. Codie Sanchez strips the fluff and dives straight into what actually matters: cash flow, not projections, not revenue, not vanity metrics like followers or website traffic. Just cash. Coming in, month after month. Too many rookies get seduced by businesses that look impressive: a cool brand, a shiny storefront, or even strong top-line revenue. But Codie makes it crystal clear. If a business isn't throwing off profit, you don't buy it. Period. This chapter breaks down the financial basics every business buyer must master. But she doesn't throw you into a spreadsheet swamp. She keeps it sharp and street smart. Learn to read a profit and loss statement, P&L, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement. Yes, all three. But your main obsession? Seller's discretionary earnings, SDE. That's the number that tells you how much money the owner is actually putting in their pocket every year. That's your baseline. Codie hammers the idea that you're not buying a project. You're buying a machine that should already be printing money. Can you grow it? Sure, but that's gravy. If it doesn't cash flow on day one, you walk away. She also explains red flags to watch for: wild fluctuations in revenue, one-time windfalls that inflate the numbers, or expenses that mysteriously vanish from the books before sale. If the financials feel shady or the seller's dodging your questions, that's a hard stop. No deal is better than a bad deal. And here's the kicker. Many small business owners don't know their own numbers well. That's an opportunity. If you can come in and actually understand what's going on under the hood, you can spot undervalued businesses, ones that are profitable but poorly presented. You're not just buying income, you're buying inefficiency. And with a bit of cleanup, you can often unlock major upside. Codie keeps hammering this. Your job isn't to fall in love with the product. It's to fall in love with the math. Numbers don't lie. And once you master cash flow, you'll walk into deals with confidence. Because now, you're not just a dreamer. You're a deal maker. Chapter 5. Deal flow is your lifeline. How to find and filter the right businesses. If you want to buy a cash-flowing business, you can't sit around and hope the perfect one falls into your lap. That's amateur hour. In this chapter, Codie Sanchez drives home a critical truth. Deal flow is everything. The more businesses you evaluate, the better your chances of finding a gem. Period. This isn't some magical talent. This is about creating systems. Codie lays out exactly how she sources deals. Through brokers, yes, but also through networks, cold outreach, direct mail, even lurking in Facebook groups and online marketplaces like BizBuySell. She shows you how to set up alerts, scripts, and outreach funnels so that opportunities come to you on autopilot. But here's the kicker. You don't just want more deals, you want better ones. So the key is filtering. Codie introduces the 5-minute rule. If a deal doesn't pass your gut check in 5 minutes, you toss it. Why? Because your time is too valuable to waste chasing losers. You'll see hundreds of businesses that are either overpriced, broken, or worse, run by delusional owners. She walks you through the red flags to avoid. Industries you don't understand, inconsistent financials, owner-dependent operations, or declining markets. But more importantly, she tells you what to lean into: boring businesses with recurring revenue, low competition, and clear systems. Think laundromats, HVAC companies, storage units. Not sexy, but they pay. You'll also learn how to identify motivated sellers, aging owners, burnout operators, people going through life changes. These folks are often ready to walk away. And with the right approach, you can get a great deal simply by showing up and being the solution to their problem. Codie emphasizes that your job isn't to find a perfect business. It's to find a good one and then improve it. But you can't do that unless you're constantly looking. So she pushes you to treat deal flow like a daily habit. Block time. Track numbers. Follow up. This chapter isn't glamorous, but it's gold. Because once you build a steady pipeline of deals, everything changes. You stop chasing. You start choosing. You get to walk away from bad terms. And you get to play the game like an investor, not a beggar hoping to be picked. In short, if you want to become a Main Street millionaire, your deal flow is your lifeline. And Codie just handed you the oxygen mask. Chapter 6. Valuation without the BS. How to know what a business is actually worth. You're not just buying a logo or a storefront. You're buying cash flow. So the big question becomes, what's that stream of income worth? Codie Sanchez wastes no time here. She throws out the corporate jargon and teaches you how to value a small business without getting played or paralyzed. She starts with a reality check. Most small business owners have no clue what their business is worth. They'll slap a number on it based on emotion, not math. You'll hear stuff like, "We've worked so hard for 20 years," or "This business is our baby." That's code for overpriced. Codie's advice? Be kind but clinical. She introduces a concept of SDE, seller's discretionary earnings. This isn't just profit. It's the true money left for an owner-operator after all basic expenses. It includes salary, perks, and one-time costs. This number becomes your foundation. Then comes a multiple. Most small businesses sell for 2x to 3x SDE. Boring, reliable, easy to operate businesses? You might get them for 2. Less predictable, trendier ones? Maybe closer to 3 or 4. But here's the game changer. Codie shows you how to earn a lower multiple through sharp negotiation, good timing, and building rapport with the seller. She breaks down valuation like this. SDE times multiple equals purchase price. It's simple, but there's nuance. She tells you to look out for hidden landmines, like revenue concentration. If one client makes up 60% of income, that's a risk, seasonal cash flow, or add backs that don't make sense, like that trip to Cabo being listed as a business expense. Codie also walks you through what she calls the gut check valuation. If a business claims to generate $200,000 a year in profit, but looks like it barely survives, something's off. The numbers should align with the story. And if they don't, dig deeper. Another major gem? She teaches you to see value beyond the numbers. A business with great systems, loyal staff, and strong local brand power might deserve a premium. One that's a mess but fixable? That's your discount deal waiting to be optimized. Finally, Codie drills home this. Your goal isn't to get the lowest price, it's to get the best deal. That might mean paying a fair price for a well-run business, or negotiating terms that protect your downside. Don't obsess over pennies. Think long-term wealth. Valuation isn't about spreadsheets and suits. It's about spotting cash flow opportunities, assessing risk, and backing it all with logic. In this chapter, Codie hands you the tools to walk into any negotiation confident, informed, and ready to buy like a pro. Chapter 7. Deal structures that don't suck. How to buy without going broke. Buying a business isn't just about writing a big fat check. In fact, if you're doing it right, you probably won't even write one. At least, not a painful one. This chapter is where Codie Sanchez gets tactical and shows you how to structure a deal like a street-smart investor, not a desperate buyer. It's all about buying creatively and minimizing your personal risk. Codie starts by blowing up the myth that you need millions in the bank to buy a business. That's Wall Street thinking, she says. Main Street doesn't operate like that. Most small businesses are sold with seller financing, earnouts, or investor-backed capital. And that's the magic. You can structure deals that allow you to control assets without draining your life savings. One of her favorite tools? Seller financing. This is where the seller agrees to take part of the payment over time, often at a modest interest rate. Why would they agree to that? Because it gives them monthly income and helps you avoid bank bureaucracy. Plus, it shows they believe in the business enough to bet on it continuing to perform. Then there's the earnout model. You agree to pay a portion of the sale price later, but only if the business hits certain performance targets. It protects you from overpaying and makes sure the seller isn't dumping a dying business in your lap. She also introduces equity rollovers, where the seller keeps a minority stake in the business and you take control. That way, they stay invested in its success, at least for a while, and you get the benefit of their knowledge and network during the transition. Don't have money but have time and hustle? Codie shows you how to partner with capital. Friends, family, investors who put up the cash while you run the show. Split the equity, take on the operator role, and build from the inside. It's not about owning 100% of one small pie. It's about owning a valuable slice of many. One of the boldest plays in this chapter is the no money down deal. These aren't unicorns. They exist when a seller is motivated, retirement, burnout, health issues, and trusts you. If you can walk in with a clear plan, demonstrate operational skill, and negotiate respectfully, you can sometimes structure a deal where you take over with none or very little of your own capital up front. But Codie warns, structure a strategy. A bad deal structure can ruin you. She gives examples of deals that look cheap but had nasty earnout clauses or seller notes with predatory interest. So she pushes you to get a good attorney, understand every clause, and negotiate like a boss. The heart of this chapter is simple. You don't have to be rich to buy a business. You just have to be resourceful. Creative deal structuring isn't about cutting corners. It's about buying wisely, reducing risk, and putting yourself in a position to win from day one. Codie makes it clear. Don't wait for some imaginary perfect time or perfect budget. Get smart with how you buy. Stack the deal in your favor. And don't just walk into wealth. Structure your way into it. Chapter 8. The first 90 days, take over without a takedown. The ink is dry. You've signed the paperwork, shaken hands, maybe even popped a bottle. Now what? Welcome to the oh shit moment. This is where most new owners either rise or crumble. Codie Sanchez doesn't sugarcoat it. The first 90 days after buying a business are crucial. It's not about blowing up everything with new ideas. It's about listening, watching, and laying the groundwork without setting the whole place on fire. Codie's approach is almost counterintuitive. Don't rush in like a hero. Instead, show up like a learner. Sit in the back, not the front. Listen more than you talk. Your number one job? Understand the culture and the cash flow. You're not here to make friends, but you're not here to make enemies either. Respect earns loyalty. Arrogance earns resistance. She lays out a simple yet powerful 30-60-90-day plan. In the first 30 days, be present. Learn everything. How sales happen, who the real decision makers are, not always the ones with the title. What customers love and what they complain about. Interview the staff. Sit with customers. Know the product inside out. You're not the boss yet. You're the curious outsider preparing to lead. By day 60, you start making gentle tweaks. Nothing drastic. Think fixing leaky holes, not redesigning the boat. Maybe you notice a service that can be upsold, or a marketing channel that's being ignored. Small wins build momentum. Codie emphasizes one thing here. Don't underestimate the power of showing progress. A small payroll error fixed. A process tightened. A calendar clarified. These wins stack trust. By the final 30 days, you should have built enough rapport and data to introduce more strategic shifts, maybe a software upgrade, pricing adjustments, or even a new hire. But it's still not time for ego. Codie says, make changes with people, not a people. If you include your team, if they understand why something is changing and how it helps them, they'll rally behind you. She also talks about dealing with staff who are loyal to the old owner and aren't sure about you. Some will leave. That's fine. Don't cling. Let your culture magnetize the right people and naturally repel the wrong ones. You're not babysitting. You're building. And then there's the emotional side of it. Codie admits it. You'll feel imposter syndrome. You'll wake up sweating, wondering if you just made a huge mistake. That's normal. What matters is staying focused on your role, not as a savior, not as a dictator, but as a steward. Your job is to keep the business healthy, profitable, and growing. By the end of 90 days, your goal isn't perfection, it's stability. You want employees who trust you, customers who notice the improvements, and a business that didn't collapse under new management. Think of this chapter as your post-acquisition survival guide. Keep your ears open, your change is smart, and your ego in check. Codie closes the chapter with a reminder. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be the most responsible. This business is now your house. Treat it like it matters, because it does. Chapter 9, Unlocking Hidden Profit. Fixing what others missed. You don't have to invent the next Tesla to get rich. You just need to see what others ignore. That's the whole vibe of Chapter 9. Codie Sanchez flips the traditional business playbook on its head. Instead of dreaming up flashy new products, she's hunting for hidden profit in boring, overlooked businesses. And she's damn good at it. Here's the key mindset. Most small business owners are not maximizing what they already have. They're too busy working in the business instead of on it. That's where you, the new owner, step in. You're not here just to maintain. You're here to mine gold out of the dirt they left behind. Codie breaks it down into real, actionable moves. One of the fastest ways to boost profits? Price correctly. She gives examples where a simple price bump, like raising services by 10%, added 6 figures to the bottom line, without losing a single customer. Why? Because most customers aren't price sensitive to small changes, especially in high-trust businesses. Think dentists, laundromats, niche service providers. If your service is solid and your experience is seamless, people won't flinch at a few extra bucks. Then there's bundling. If a business sells one service, can you add a complimentary one? A landscaping company could offer mosquito control. A laundromat could add wash and fold delivery. These aren't revolutionary ideas. They're plug-and-play revenue multipliers. The beauty lies in their simplicity. Next up, renegotiating vendor contracts. Codie tells you flat out, every dollar saved here is pure profit. Most small business owners never question what they're paying suppliers, landlords, software providers. But you should. If you inherited a supply deal that hasn't been updated in 5 years, call and renegotiate. Loyalty doesn't have to mean overpaying. She also loves playing defense, cutting fat. If a business is bleeding cash in unnecessary expenses, subscriptions, underperforming staff, bloated marketing, it's your job to stitch the wound. But, and this matters, don't cut blindly. You need to understand where the value is before slashing anything. Precision beats panic. And let's not forget the magic of automation. Codie's not saying you need to become a tech geek, but you can automate invoicing, lead capture, email follow-ups. Do it. It frees your time and reduces human error. That's not just convenience. That's profitability. Throughout the chapter, Codie pushes one theme. Don't chase more customers until you fix what's already broken. She warns against the seductive pull of growth for growth's sake. More customers won't fix bad margins. More sales won't solve a broken funnel. First, patch the holes. Then pour the fuel. This chapter is your cheat code for instant improvement. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. Codie doesn't care about buzzwords. She cares about businesses that print cash and owners who know how to find the leaks and plug them fast. If you walked into your new business and didn't change a thing, you'd be average. If you apply what's in this chapter, you become a wealth machine. Quietly, steadily, and without having to gamble on something new. You don't need a revolution. You need sharp eyes, smart edits, and the guts to act. That's how you unlock hidden profit. Chapter 10, The Art of the Deal, Negotiating Like a Pro. Negotiation is a skill that can truly make or break your business venture. And Codie Sanchez takes the time to break down how you can master this essential tool. It's about more than just price haggling. In fact, Codie insists that negotiation is not a battle. It's a collaboration. It's about understanding the other person's goals and finding a mutually beneficial solution. The key takeaway here is that negotiations don't need to be adversarial. A successful negotiation is one where both parties feel good about the deal at the end. One of Codie's most important pieces of advice is, don't be afraid to walk away. This doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It's about knowing your worth and not being emotionally attached to any one deal. Codie stresses that many buyers end up overpaying or agreeing to unfavorable terms simply because they get too emotionally invested. If a deal doesn't feel right or the terms don't align with your strategy, it's okay to step away. There are always other opportunities. For Codie, a successful negotiation is built on understanding both the numbers and the motivations behind the deal. Know your numbers inside and out. Before you even think about sitting down with a seller, do your homework. What's the business worth? What are its debts and assets? What's the growth potential? Codie encourages you to ask tough questions and get the details that can help you avoid overpaying. The more knowledge you have, the less likely you are to be swayed by emotional appeals or inflated promises from the seller. Next, Codie emphasizes the importance of understanding the seller's motivation. Why is the seller selling? This is a crucial question to ask. Sellers may be motivated by various reasons. Some are retiring, others need quick cash, and some simply want out of business that's draining them. If you understand their reason for selling, you can structure the deal in a way that appeals to both sides. For example, if a seller wants to retire quickly, you could offer a speedy transaction in exchange for a lower price. If they want to stay involved, you might negotiate a deal that allows them to keep a reduced role. Understanding the motivations of the seller gives you the edge in crafting a deal that works in your favor. The next lesson Codie shares is how to frame your offer. Crafting an offer isn't just about the price tag. It's about the terms. Codie teaches how to use creative financing techniques like seller financing, earnouts, and equity deals. These options allow you to structure the deal in a way that minimizes your upfront costs while still securing the business. By being creative with how you structure your offers, you can create deals that allow you to make fewer upfront payments, giving you flexibility to grow and improve the business once you take ownership. But Codie's biggest piece of advice is to slow down and not rush the process. Rushing into a deal out of excitement or impatience can be detrimental. Codie urges potential buyers to take their time, thoroughly analyze every angle, ask questions, and make sure you fully understand the business you are acquiring. The most successful deals are those where the buyer is patient, deliberate, and cautious in their decision-making. Rushing can lead to mistakes, and mistakes are expensive. Once you've negotiated the deal, Codie stresses that it's crucial to get everything in writing. Even if the terms seem straightforward, you can't afford to rely on verbal agreements. Codie strongly recommends having a lawyer or experienced negotiator handle the paperwork, ensuring that all terms are legally binding and that you're protected from any potential issues down the line. A well-drafted contract ensures that everyone is clear on the deal and can help prevent future conflicts. Another valuable lesson Codie shares in this chapter is the psychology of negotiation. Understanding human behavior can give you the edge in any deal. People are influenced by biases, whether they realize it or not. Some may act out of fear, others out of a need for validation. Codie teaches that successful negotiators understand these psychological tendencies and use them to their advantage. By listening more than talking, you can uncover the seller's pain points and structure your offer in a way that addresses their needs. Being an empathetic listener also builds trust, which can often be more valuable than a big discount. What makes Codie's approach unique is that she sees negotiations as opportunities to build long-term relationships. Too many business buyers view negotiations as a zero-sum game, but Codie teaches that creating a strong relationship with the seller can open the door for future opportunities. This is not just about closing one deal. It's about laying a foundation for continued success in the business world. In conclusion, Codie's perspective on negotiation emphasizes patience, empathy, and knowledge. It's not just about closing a deal. It's about creating deals that work for both sides, ensuring that everyone feels they come out ahead. Codie's advice is simple but powerful. Be a skilled negotiator, not just for today's deal, but for the relationships and opportunities that will shape your future in business. Chapter 11, Scaling Your Business, Building for the Future. In Chapter 11, Codie Sanchez focuses on the critical phase after acquiring a business, scaling it to new heights. Scaling isn't about simply growing for the sake of growth. It's about ensuring that the business expands in a way that is sustainable, profitable, and aligned with your long-term vision. This chapter is all about the strategies, systems, and mindset you need to build a business that isn't just a one-time win, but one that keeps generating success for years to come. The first crucial step in scaling a business, Codie explains, is understanding the core of the business. Before you can grow, you need to know what is working and what isn't. She encourages you to take a deep dive into the operations and ask the tough questions. What products or services are driving the most revenue? Which areas of the business are inefficient or causing problems? Codie stresses that knowing where the strengths and weaknesses lie is paramount. Don't scale the wrong things. If something isn't working, don't pour more resources into it just to keep up with the growth. Make sure to double down on what's working and improve or eliminate what's not. Once you've identified what works, Codie introduces a concept of standardizing and systematizing. Many businesses stall out as they grow because their processes aren't scalable. What works when you're a small, owner-operated business can quickly fall apart when you start to add more employees, customers, and products. Codie advises putting in place clear, repeatable processes in every area of your business, from sales and marketing to customer service and inventory management. This ensures that as you grow, you can handle the increased workload without sacrificing quality or efficiency. Codie advocates for automation and delegation as two powerful tools for scaling. By automating repetitive tasks and delegating responsibility to the right people, you free up your time to focus on the bigger picture. As you scale, Codie highlights the importance of hiring the right people. Scaling a business requires a team, and the quality of that team can make or break your success. Codie recommends that you look for individuals who are not just skilled, but who also align with your company's values and mission. The right people will bring innovation, creativity, and a commitment to excellence to your business, making it easier for you to expand while maintaining your core values. Customer experience is another key component of scaling. Codie argues that scaling isn't just about adding more customers. It's about ensuring that your existing customers remain loyal and satisfied. Customer retention is often more cost-effective than acquisition, and as you scale, it becomes essential to ensure that your customer experience is exceptional. Codie advises creating systems to gather feedback, improve your product offerings, and engage with customers in a way that makes them feel valued. By making your customers feel heard and cared for, you not only keep them coming back, but you also turn them into brand advocates, which can help fuel your growth. Codie also stresses the importance of financial discipline when scaling. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of growth and start spending money on things that aren't critical to the business's success. Codie's advice is to maintain a laser focus on profitability and ensure that every dollar spent contributes to the overall success of the business. Scaling often requires taking on debt or outside investment, and Codie urges you to approach these decisions cautiously. It's important to understand the financial health of your business before you take on new liabilities. Marketing and branding also play a pivotal role in scaling. Codie explains that as you grow, it's important to refine your brand and marketing strategy to reach a wider audience. This might mean expanding into new geographic areas, targeting new customer segments, or improving your online presence. Codie's key piece of advice here is to stay true to your brand's identity as you grow. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of growth at all costs, but Codie warns against compromising your brand values or losing sight of what made your business successful in the first place. Scaling shouldn't mean losing your authenticity. It should mean strengthening it. Codie also talks about the role of technology in scaling a business. She advocates for using modern tools and platforms to streamline your operations, automate repetitive tasks, and analyze data. By leveraging technology, you can scale faster and more efficiently. From customer relationship management, CRM, systems to inventory tracking software, there are countless tools available that can help you scale without adding significant overhead costs. Codie encourages you to embrace the digital age and make technology work for you. Another critical aspect of scaling is managing risk. As businesses grow, they often face new challenges and risks. Codie advises having a risk management plan in place to mitigate potential issues as you scale. This can involve things like diversifying your revenue streams, securing business insurance, or building cash reserves to weather unexpected downturns. While scaling can be exciting, it's essential to be prepared for the unknowns that come with expansion. Finally, Codie touches on the importance of having a long-term vision. While the steps you take to scale will vary depending on your business, it's important to always keep the bigger picture in mind. Codie stresses that scaling is a marathon, not a sprint. Your goal should be to build a business that is sustainable and capable of thriving for the long haul, not just in the short term. This long-term mindset will help you make decisions that benefit your business in the years to come, rather than focusing on immediate gratification. In conclusion, Codie's approach to scaling is comprehensive and grounded in a deep understanding of the challenges that come with growth. It's not just about making more money or increasing your customer base. It's about creating a business that can handle growth sustainably and strategically. Codie's advice on building systems, hiring the right people, retaining customers, staying financially disciplined, and using technology to your advantage provides a blueprint for any entrepreneur who wants to scale their business successfully. Chapter 12. From Ordinary to Extraordinary, Unlocking the Full Potential of Your Business. In Chapter 12, Codie Sanchez takes you on a journey of transformation. You've built a business, and now it's time to go from ordinary to extraordinary. Scaling is one thing, but taking your business to a level where it stands out and thrives in a competitive market requires a whole new approach. Codie outlines the mindset shifts, strategies, and actions that are needed to push your business into the realm of true excellence. The first step to unlocking your business's full potential, Codie argues, is a deep reevaluation of your current position. You may be satisfied with where things are right now, but in order to reach extraordinary levels, you need to challenge yourself. Codie suggests asking yourself a few critical questions. What does success look like for me in 5 years? 10 years? Am I setting my sights high enough? These questions encourage you to stop thinking about business in terms of immediate returns and start envisioning a legacy. Codie introduces a powerful concept. Innovation isn't about creating something completely new. Instead, it's about improving upon what already exists. To make your business extraordinary, look for ways to enhance your current offerings improve customer experiences, and add unique value. Codie emphasizes that small, consistent improvements can compound over time into something significant. This could involve upgrading your products, enhancing your service, or even creating a new way of delivering your services that adds more value for customers. Building an extraordinary business also means creating a culture of excellence. Codie stresses the importance of surrounding yourself with a team that is not only highly skilled, but also highly motivated. To achieve this, you need to create a workplace culture that celebrates innovation, ownership, and accountability. Your employees should feel empowered to take risks, suggest new ideas, and drive the business forward. Codie warns against a culture of complacency, where people settle for good enough. Instead, she advocates for creating a team dynamic where excellence is a non-negotiable standard. One of the central elements of extraordinary businesses, according to Codie, is branding. Your brand is what sets you apart in the marketplace, and a strong brand can elevate a business from ordinary to extraordinary. Codie recommends doing a brand audit, asking yourself questions like, what are we known for? What do we stand for? How do our customers perceive us? By understanding your brand's strengths and weaknesses, you can align your strategies to focus on what differentiates you from your competitors. Codie also encourages you to refine your messaging. Make sure that everything, from your website to your social media posts, communicates the unique value you provide. Alongside branding, Codie introduces the importance of customer loyalty. It's not enough to just acquire customers. You need to cultivate a loyal following. A loyal customer base isn't built overnight. It requires ongoing effort, trust, and meaningful engagement. Codie recommends that businesses build personal relationships with customers, treat them as more than just transactions, and offer consistent value that keeps them coming back. An extraordinary business doesn't just want customers to buy once. It wants them to buy again and again. Customer service also plays a crucial role in setting your business apart. Codie advises that you exceed expectations at every touch point. From the moment a potential customer learns about your brand to the after-sale experience, your customer service should be top-notch. Codie highlights that extraordinary businesses go above and beyond surprise and delight their customers, turning them into not just repeat buyers, but also passionate advocates for brand. In an age of constant online reviews and word-of-mouth recommendations, making your customers feel special can make a world of difference. As your business begins to take shape as something extraordinary, Codie points out the power of data and analytics. At the next level of business growth, you should be using data to drive decisions. Data should inform everything from product development and marketing strategies to customer preferences and operational efficiency. Codie advocates for embracing data-driven decision-making to ensure that you're consistently improving and making smart, calculated moves that maximize profitability. Codie also speaks about diversification. While focusing on one niche market or product can make sense in the early stages of growth, at the stage of extraordinary business, it may be time to expand into new markets, product lines, or revenue streams. Codie warns that diversification should be done thoughtfully, not just for the sake of growth, but to create a robust business model that can withstand changes in the market or economy. A well-thought-out diversification strategy can lead to a sustainable business that is adaptable to future trends. To truly make your business extraordinary, Codie suggests taking a look at your competition. The best way to beat competitors isn't necessarily by copying what they're doing. It's by out-innovating them. Codie recommends studying your competition closely, but instead of simply matching them, think about ways you can do what they're doing better. This mindset of always seeking improvement rather than complacency is key to turning your ordinary business into something truly remarkable. In this chapter, Codie brings up the importance of reinvention. As your business becomes more successful, it can be easy to become stagnant or complacent. Codie urges entrepreneurs to adopt a mindset of continuous reinvention. This doesn't mean throwing out everything that's working, but finding ways to keep things fresh, exciting, and innovative. Even extraordinary businesses can fall into the trap of doing things the same way for too long. Codie advocates for keeping your business flexible and ready to pivot when necessary, ensuring it remains relevant and exciting. Finally, Codie touches on the importance of mindset in achieving extraordinary success. An extraordinary business starts with an extraordinary mindset. She highlights the importance of being bold and taking calculated risks. The mindset required to unlock your business's full potential isn't about avoiding failure. It's about being comfortable with failure as part of the growth process. Codie believed that extraordinary business owners are those who continue to take risks, push boundaries, and embrace challenges as opportunities for innovation. In conclusion, turning your business from ordinary to extraordinary requires a combination of mindset, strategy, and systems. Codie's insights provide a roadmap for entrepreneurs who are ready to take their business to the next level. It's about being bold, focusing on customer relationships, innovating, and building a strong brand. By staying true to your vision and always seeking improvement, you can create a business that not only stands out in the marketplace, but also thrives long into the future. Chapter 13, The Power of Persistence, Turning Obstacles into Opportunities. In Chapter 13, Codie Sanchez shifts focus to one of the most crucial factors in creating extraordinary success: persistence. Every business will face challenges, hurdles, and setbacks. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary businesses is how they respond to adversity. Instead of crumbling under pressure or giving up when things get tough, extraordinary business owners use persistence to turn obstacles into opportunities. Codie starts by emphasizing the reality of business. Failure is inevitable. No one, not even the most successful entrepreneurs, has had a smooth ride. The key to success, however, lies in the ability to bounce back. When faced with failure, you can either choose to give up or choose to learn from it. Codie advocates for embracing setbacks as learning experiences that build resilience and determination. She encourages business owners to shift their perspective on failure, seeing it not as an end, but as a step in the journey toward success. The idea of persistence is rooted in a powerful mindset shift. Stop seeing obstacles as insurmountable. Instead, see them as challenges that are meant to be overcome. Codie reminds us that the most successful businesses often come out of situations where others would have given up. It's not necessarily the smartest or the most resourceful people who succeed. It's often the ones who are simply unwilling to quit. Codie illustrates this point by highlighting real-life examples of businesses that face enormous obstacles, from economic downturns to personal failures, and managed to persevere because their founders were relentless. She then explores how to build a persistence muscle. Like any other skill, persistence is something that can be cultivated over time. Codie suggests starting small, by taking on challenges that are slightly outside your comfort zone, and gradually increasing the level of difficulty as you gain confidence. Persistence is a habit that, when developed, becomes automatic. The more you practice, the easier it is to maintain your drive, even in the face of difficult circumstances. She advises setting up systems and routines that make it easier to continue moving forward, even when things feel impossible. This includes developing daily rituals, staying disciplined, and keeping long-term goals in sight. An important part of building persistence is knowing when to adapt and when to keep going in the same direction. Codie advises against stubbornness that leads to a dead end. Sometimes, persistence means finding a new way to tackle the same problem. A common mistake among business owners is clinging too tightly to a strategy or idea that isn't working, instead of beating your head against the wall. Codie suggests asking yourself, is there a better way? Persistence isn't about blindly following the same path. It's about staying committed to your ultimate goal while being flexible about how you get there. This adaptability is key to turning setbacks into valuable lessons. Codie also stresses the importance of creating a support system when facing tough times. The entrepreneurial journey can feel like a lonely one, especially when the going gets tough. But Codie makes the case that having a tribe, a group of mentors, advisors, peers, or a team who believe in your vision and offer support can make a world of difference. She recommends finding people who lift you up, offer constructive feedback, and hold you accountable. No one can succeed alone, and the power of persistence is greatly amplified when you have a network of people behind you. Another powerful tactic Codie offers is the idea of creating a resilience mindset. While persistence is about sticking to your goals, resilience is about bouncing back from failure. Codie emphasizes the importance of mental toughness, and that it's not just about the ability to keep going when things are tough. It's about mentally resetting after each setback. Resilience is about learning to shake off rejection, failure, and disappointments without losing your sense of purpose. It's also about recovering quickly so you can get back to work with a fresh perspective. Codie offers some practical advice for building resilience. One of her key recommendations is to develop a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset view challenges and failures as opportunities for growth rather than signs of personal inadequacy. This mindset allows entrepreneurs to embrace difficulties with optimism and persistence, knowing that each setback is simply part of the learning process. Codie also suggests celebrating small wins along the way, as this helps maintain morale and motivation during tough times. When you're facing obstacles, taking a moment to reflect on what you've already accomplished can remind you of how far you've come and provide the mental boost needed to keep pushing forward. As Codie delves deeper into the power of persistence, she shifts her focus to how to make smarter decisions in the face of adversity. Rather than trying to do everything yourself, it's important to learn how to delegate and leverage the skills of others. Many entrepreneurs feel the need to handle every aspect of their business, which can quickly lead to burnout and overwhelm. Codie stresses the importance of building a team that can carry some of the weight, allowing you to focus on the bigger picture. Persistence doesn't mean doing it all. It means being strategic and surrounding yourself with a capable team that can execute the vision alongside you. Codie also highlights the role of purpose in persistence. It's easier to be persistent when you're working towards something that truly excites and motivates you. She suggests that entrepreneurs regularly reconnect with their why, the deeper reason behind why they started their business in the first place. This sense of purpose provides a fuel to keep going when the road gets tough. Codie believes that having a clear mission helps you navigate through adversity, as you'll always have a guiding star to follow. When things seem impossible, remembering why you started can reignite the passion and determination needed to push forward. The final piece of advice Codie gives in this chapter is that the greatest reward for persistence is the compound effect. All those small, consistent actions you take toward your goal, even when things seem hard, will eventually add up to something monumental. Codie draws a parallel between persistence and the concept of compound interest. Just a small amount of money grow over time through interest, your small, consistent efforts will build on each other and lead to remarkable results. Persistence is about playing the long game, making incremental progress, even when the immediate rewards aren't visible. The rewards of persistence, Codie notes, may not be immediate, but they will come. By the end of chapter 13, Codie reinforces the idea that persistence isn't about grit alone. It's about adjusting your mindset, embracing challenges, and learning to push forward when things get tough. It's about resilience, adapting when necessary, and staying connected to your purpose. Through persistence, you can turn every obstacle into an opportunity, and every failure into a stepping stone for extraordinary success. Chapter 15, Building Your Legacy, Creating Long-Term Wealth and Impact. In Chapter 15, Codie Sanchez moves beyond just building and scaling a business to discuss the essential topic of legacy. She argues that the ultimate goal for any entrepreneur should not just be to build wealth in the short term, but to create a lasting impact that extends beyond their business operations. This is where the true power of entrepreneurship lies, not only in financial success, but in the ability to leave a legacy that changes lives, shapes industries, and transforms communities. The chapter opens with a powerful reminder. Building wealth is not just about money. While financial gain is often the primary motivation for entrepreneurs, Codie stresses that wealth also provides the opportunity to create something much bigger than yourself. This involves not just personal financial freedom, but using that freedom to make a difference in the world. Codie lays out the vision of creating an enduring legacy by crafting a business that lasts, contributes to societal good, and continues to thrive long after you step away. She begins by discussing the importance of vision when building a legacy. Codie explains that to create something that will stand the test of time, you need to have a clear and compelling vision that drives everything you do. This vision should not only focus on profits, but on the impact your business will have on employees, customers, and even the broader community. By setting your sights on something meaningful, you're more likely to attract like-minded individuals who will support your mission and help carry your vision forward. Codie explains that the foundation of building a legacy is rooted in the values you instill in your business. From the very beginning, the principles that guide your decisions will influence the culture, operations, and reputation of your company. She advises entrepreneurs to be intentional about the values they embrace and to lead by example. Integrity, transparency, and commitment to quality are just a few of the core values that Codie believes contribute to a sustainable legacy. She emphasizes that culture matters, and the type of culture you build will determine how your business is perceived both today and in the future. The next key element Codie addresses is building sustainable systems that ensure the longevity of your business. While short-term growth is exciting, she stresses the importance of creating systems and processes that can weather the challenges of time and change. This includes operational systems, customer service protocols, employee training programs, and financial management processes that can function independently of the founder's direct involvement. Codie stresses that businesses that last are those that can run without constant hands-on leadership. By building strong, independent systems, you ensure your business is equipped to thrive long after you're gone. A critical aspect of legacy building, Codie argues, is empowering the next generation of leaders. As an entrepreneur, your legacy won't just live through your business's financial success. It will live through the leaders you nurture and the people you inspire. Codie encourages business owners to invest in developing the next generation of talent within their organizations. This could mean mentoring employees, offering leadership development programs, or even creating opportunities for others to take on more responsibility. The ability to build and nurture strong leaders within your organization is one of the key ways to ensure that your legacy continues beyond your direct involvement. Codie also emphasizes the importance of giving back as part of building a lasting legacy. She points out that wealth creation isn't just about accumulating assets. It's about using your success to make a positive impact in the world. This could mean donating to causes you're passionate about, supporting local initiatives, or even creating philanthropic arms of your business. Giving back helps solidify your place in the world and leaves a legacy that's grounded in a sense of social responsibility. By contributing to the greater good, you'll not only improve the lives of others, but also cement your business's reputation as one that stands for more than just profit. As the chapter progresses, Codie explores the idea of financial independence and how it contributes to long-term wealth. She explains that the true freedom in business comes from the ability to make decisions based on purpose, not financial necessity. Building wealth with the goal of financial independence allows entrepreneurs to focus on their passions, reinvest in their communities, and leave a more profound impact without being limited by the need for money. Codie encourages readers to view their wealth-building efforts as a means to an end, with that end being the opportunity to focus on bigger picture goals, such as creating lasting change and supporting future generations. Another powerful aspect of legacy building, according to Codie, is the power of brand. She discusses how successful brands have an almost timeless quality. They're recognized for their values, their quality, and their impact. Codie explains that in today's market, where competition is fierce and customer loyalty is rare, building a brand that represents something larger than just a product is key to creating a legacy. Your brand becomes synonymous with your values, your mission, and your long-term vision. A strong brand can transcend the products or services you offer and become a symbol of your enduring legacy. Codie also shares the importance of mentoring others to help build a legacy that stretches beyond your own lifetime. She believes that by sharing your knowledge and experiences with others, you can create a ripple effect that impacts future generations. Through mentorship, you pass on your wisdom, values, and strategies, helping others avoid the same mistakes and achieve their own success. She notes that the most successful entrepreneurs are often the ones who take the time to lift others up, creating a network of empowered individuals who will continue to contribute to the legacy you built. Finally, Codie discusses the idea of exit strategy in the context of building a legacy. She encourages entrepreneurs to think beyond the day-to-day operations of their business and consider what will happen when it's time to exit. Whether you sell your business, pass it on to your children, or leave it in the hands of trusted partners, having a clear exit plan ensures that your business and its legacy are preserved. Codie explains that successful exits allow entrepreneurs to preserve their wealth while ensuring that their business's impact continues long after they step away. The chapter concludes with Codie's call to action. Don't just build wealth, build a legacy. She reminds entrepreneurs that the ultimate goal should be to create something that lasts, something that impacts others, and something that continues to grow long after the original founder has moved on. It's not enough to simply make money. It's about leaving an imprint on the world. By staying focused on your values, building strong systems, mentoring future leaders, and giving back, you can ensure that your legacy will live on for generations to come. Through Chapter 15, Codie Sanchez challenges readers to think beyond the immediate rewards of entrepreneurship and focus on the long-term impact they want to have on the world. She reinforces the idea that a successful business is not just about wealth. It's about building something that will last, something that leaves a positive mark on the world, and continues to influence lives even after you're no longer in the picture. And that wraps up our summary of Main Street Millionaire by Codie Sanchez. A powerful reminder that you don't need to invent the next big tech startup to build extraordinary wealth. By choosing to, by boring businesses, build massive wealth, you can tap into the quiet power of Main Street entrepreneurship and create financial freedom on your terms. If this summary inspired you or gave you a new perspective on wealth building, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, share your favorite takeaway, and subscribe for more insights like this, only here on Detailed Book Summaries. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, the path to wealth might just be hiding in plain sight.